What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Arizona, where for the first time in our college career, we can confidently say that we're very happy with the situation we're in. Because in those first 3 games of the season, we did better than we did in either of the 2 seasons prior. I mean, we've already surpassed our touchdown total in the first 2 seasons, and we're more than halfway to the yardage total those first 2 seasons as well. So, again, we're very happy with the team we're with and with the quarterback that's throwing us the ball. However, we are going to be getting into conference play in this video, and I think that things might actually slow down a little bit. So I'm very happy that we got the stats that we did with the first 3 opponents that we had, but we really need to really kind of batten down the hatches and make sure that we're at our best for these next couple games. Because again, if we want to make it to the playoffs this season or make it to the conference championship, these are the games that really matter. Those first 3 games don't really matter too much. I mean, of course, in the grand scheme of making it to the playoffs, that is pretty important. But in terms of making it to the conference championship, it ain't going to mean shit. So, again, we really need to focus on this game today against Utah. And not just that, but we're going to have 2 other conference matchups in this video as well against both TCU and number 24, Iowa State. So we are going to be facing a ranked opponent, kind of hoping that by the time we end up facing Iowa State, they're not going to be ranked anymore. But at least for right now, keep in the back of our heads, we're facing a ranked opponent, and that is the game that we really need to break out in. But again, I think that we can do well in these games. Again, we have a much better quarterback that's throwing us the ball. We have better stats, and we have a chance to be able to get a couple extra skill points and maybe improve the hands or the route running or something like that to be able to make us a better player to stay on the field a little bit longer, and maybe our quarterback will have a little more a little more confidence in us, you know? So again, we did the weekly agenda last week, so we don't have any energy, but we are going to get into practice now. So let's get into this. Let's get a little more coach trust, which isn't going to mean too much, but let's do this and just get prepared for our first conference game of the season. I mean, realistically, this Arizona team played really, really well last season. We actually have a pretty good overall. So it's not like when we were with Syracuse where they started off in the top 25, where it was just because they had a good record, not because they had a good overall. I think that we actually have both here in Arizona, and I think that's going to make some of these games a little bit easier compared to what we had in the last couple seasons. So, again, we have this matchup against Utah, who is an 85 overall, which means they're higher than us. Their defense is actually kind of what's carrying them, so that makes me a little nervous. But, again, we have a damn good team. We have a damn good offense, despite the fact that it says an 84 overall. And I think that if we go out there and we play like we did in those first 3 weeks, there's no reason why we can't come out of here with our first conference victory. Well, good news is we're going to be getting the ball back at half, and a minute has gone by, and we have not given up a score. It's our first time on the field. Let's see if we can actually have something good come out of it right away. Sends him in motion. We're going to get him. Let's go. That's huge. Too bad we're slow as fuck. But we get all the way down to the 25-yard line on the first play of the game. Now let's keep that up. We're going to be going play action here. So maybe we can actually get open across the field. I think something similar happened in one of the last 3 games. There we go. No, we just kind of like pitched it behind us for some reason. We couldn't catch it, and we're coming out of the game. Thankfully, it looks like it was an energy thing because we came right back onto the field after the next play. But 3rd and 4 now. We need to get a first down. There we go. That's a first down right there. We're down within the 10 too, which means that if we play our cards right here, we could potentially get into the end zone. So let's go. 1st and goal on the 9. Oh. I thought I called for it. I'm glad he didn't throw it to us, because if he did, that would have been picked. Thankfully, at least we got 3 points out of it and it wasn't picked, but still, I felt like we could have gotten in the end zone there. We just didn't. But 1st and 10, we're going to be running on this one as I miss our block. And the guy that we're supposed to be blocking ends up getting the tackle. Yeah, I'd take us out of that too. Especially when it turns out to be a 3rd and 16 now. And now we're all just going all goes, and we just got to find a way to get open. There we go. Oh, what was that? Wow, he almost picked that. And again, why are you lofting it up like that? That's ridiculous. That's the one thing that really kind of tamps down my confidence in this team, is the fact that sometimes the quarterback will go do stuff like that, you know? All right, good 6-yard gain on that. Either way, 2nd and 4 now. Let's see what we can do on play action here. There we go. Way to come back and look for that. That was thrown a little behind us, but thankfully we ended up still looking back and grabbing it from behind. That's perfect. All right, 1st and 10 now. Let's see what we can do to get downfield a bit. I don't even know what the hell that was. Oh, we didn't see the field after that for the rest of that possession. But now we got the ball back. 2nd and 9. We're running the ball. Get over there and get... Why do we get a block win for that? That probably should not have been a block win. But I will realistically take any points that we can get at this point because we're not seeing the field much. That was the only play that we were on the field for that drive. Now we got 2 minutes left. There we go. Are you sure about that? I mean, the good thing is at least we did find a way to get a first down and now we're back on the field. Nice. Great route right there by our teammate. And he ends up getting it down to the 30. Means we have a chance to score before the end of half. If only we could stay in the game. We didn't see the field for the rest of that possession either. I don't get it. We're only seeing like 1 play per drive now. But now, we're starting the new half. It's only 6-0. Our team is not looking good right now. But at least we're picking up decent yardage. I mean, could it be better? Absolutely, because we haven't even gotten in the end zone yet. But at least we're getting into their territory. We're not there yet, but we will be soon. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be on that one, but that is going to be a first down at least. And now on 2nd and 7, let's see if we can just call for the ball somewhat quickly. Wow, he got that ball out before we could even call for it. Dude, I don't know, maybe he's just getting pressured a little too much. Oh, look, all I know is that we're just not staying on the field. And that's unfortunate. We did find a way to get back. Thank you. Holy cow. What took you so long to throw it, buddy? At least that's the first down. We get our first reception since like the first drive. And we are getting close to that 100-yard mark. So that's at least a positive. But we have yet to get in the end zone. As thankfully we get it out there to the sideline. It's going to make it a 3rd and 2 on the 28. And then surprise, surprise, we didn't see the field again. Now it's 9-0. At least our defense is keeping us in this. That's the only thing that's saving us right now. There we go. What a play. Nice throw. I didn't know if he had the arm strength, but then again, he is like a 90-something overall. He should. I guess I'm just used to, playing with the quarterbacks that we already have now, 2nd and 5. Oh, why? Oh, hey, look, our tight end pretty much broke that up accidentally. That's cool. Nice work, buddy. That's honestly extremely surprising, but very happy about it. Well, let's go. 3rd and 5 now. We got to get a first down here. There we go. Way to get up and get that. I thought the guy was going to put his hand up and knock it down and get us to a 4th down, but instead, we got a first. And now at the start of the 4th, we're close to actually getting into their territory. So let's see if we can get there. Oh, he should have caught that off the ricochet. Come on, man. We're trying to alley-oop it up to you. And we do have over 100 yards, so that's a positive. So even if we don't get another catch this game, which we will right here, we're still going to be over 100. And that's going to put us even more over 100. And I was going to say, but yet we had yet to get in the end zone. And we still haven't, personally. But our team did. And now we're going for the 2-point conversion. Let's find a way to at least make it feel like we're getting in the end zone here. There we go. 2-point conversion's good. Probably shouldn't have been. Now we're up 17-0. But now Utah has gotten on the board. But come on, man. 2.5 to go. We're up by 10. We should have this in the bag. Then again, we should be running here too. But we're not. Really? You didn't even give me a chance. That's all right. 2nd and 4. Part of the reason why I'm also have no issue like going out for a pass here too. Obviously stat pad. But also I feel like they're looking for the run. So why not go to the air? Am I right? 2nd and 4 though. There we go. Yes! Let's go! We catch it out. The guy dives and totally whiffs. And we finally do get in the end zone today. Not just on a 2-point conversion either. Thankfully, we end up getting the score, and now we definitely have this game wrapped up. Or maybe I shouldn't have spoke so soon. 41 seconds left, and we're back up by only 10. But, time to stat pad a little bit more. Or not. That's an incomplete pass. Come on, man. Yeah, at this point, they should just take us out of the game. They knew I was just going to just continue to call pass plays, so I get it. Take us out. There we go. 24-14. We end up taking out our first conference opponent. We go to 4-0 on the season. And not just that, but even though Fafita ended up getting player of the game with 316 and 2 touchdowns, a lot of those yards actually went to us. And that is definitely what we want to see, because out of the 316, we had 174. Next closest receiver was Carter, who had 68. So, yeah, we are the clear-cut #1 receiver on this team, even if we're not always on the field. But 9 receptions, 174 and a touchdown. We did have 2 drops, so we'll have to clean that up, but still, at least we're having good statistical games. All right, now I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. I really am. So, when answering this reporter, Johnny Steele, I think that we're going to have to credit our teammates. We can't take all the credit ourselves. Let's put it on our teammates, and maybe that'll get our quarterback to want to throw it to us a little bit more, too. More than he already is. I mean, again, 9 receptions is nothing to scoff at, but we could have had more. We really could have. But that's good. Our teammates respect us a little bit more. Our leadership goes up, and thankfully we can advance the week now and see this matchup against TCU. As again, another conference opponent coming up right now, and it's really nice to start with a win and still be undefeated in conference where we sit right now. But obviously, it's not like Utah was the best team in our conference, but they are definitely somewhere in the middle of the road. So, again, let's just take that game with a grain of salt, and let's go out here and let's continue to just work as hard as we can to get as many yards as possible in this next game. But here's what we're going to end up doing, because I know that if we train one more time, we're not going to be able to get our health up. We're not going to be able to even improve our health at all. So, let's do that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. As much as I would like to increase our brand, honestly, the NIL offers that we end up getting might be enough to actually increase that anyways. And even if it didn't, I don't think it's going to help us that much anyways. We really want to focus on our skill points and, of course, our leadership too, because that might help us a little bit. Before we get into this TCU game, we got a little practice to do. Let's get a little more coach trust, and maybe he's not going to take us off pretty much every other series. But thankfully, looking at the overall of TCU, they are a little worse than Utah. So that's hopefully going to be good for us, and it's also their defense that's kind of lowering their overall. Their offense is an 84, just like ours was, just like Utah's was. So I think our defense is going to have a fine time, but the fact that we're facing a defense that's 3 overall less than the last team that we played, hopefully we're going to be primed for another big game. We're still number 7 in the nation. Let's see what we can do to improve that here. And not only did they start with the score, but they took 3 minutes off the clock on that. So they took some time. So that means that we're going to have to respond right here. So let's see what we can do on play action. Yep. Wow. Dude, that was a tight window that he threw into right there. And he found a way to actually complete it. Hats off to him. That was incredible. But now on 1st and 10, we want the ball. So we called the audible here. And it went to another receiver. That's fine. We're moving the ball at least. I just wish we would stay on the field every single play, you know? That's the one thing I actually miss about the Madden series on this. But that's all right. And we would have been open on the slant too. He was not going to get under us, and there's no way he would have picked that off or even been able to knock that ball out. But we really need to get that monkey off our back right now. We need to at least get our first reception here. So let's go. We got play action. Nope. Dude, they just have a pretty damn good zone. I'll give them that for sure. And unfortunately, nothing ended up... Oh gosh, hold on. Come on. Well, he's not looking. Damn it. The 2 corners, I'm sorry, we're switching sides of the field, and I thought that maybe we can get them... or catch them off guard, but no, we couldn't snap it quick enough. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate that we didn't stay on the field. We only got a field goal out of that one. We didn't see the field again. That's ridiculous. Bro, can you look this way? I gave you credit to the reporter. Why are you not giving us the ball? You would think that he would be happy that we gave him credit for our great games, you know? Now, come on, let's... Oh, there we go. Wow. We needed to be sharper on the out. Then he probably would have let us more. Yeah, now at this point, I think we need to start spam calling for the ball because we're not even staying on the field. So, there we go. That's what we're looking for. It's going to be a 1st down, baby. And that might be the only time we see the field on this drive. Nope, because the rest of the team screwed up, and now it's 2nd and 20. So why not put all the receivers on the field, right? So let's go. Let's find a way to get open as we don't right there because he just gets the ball out like that. And it looks like he's getting pressured a little more than he did last game. Somehow our team converted that 3rd down. Now we got a 1st down on the 33, so we need to actually hit me over here. Good lurk. Good lurk on that one. And now we're going to be down by 2 possessions going into half. Well, now he's got no chance but to keep us in, am I right? Only a minute 2 left. There we go. Get out of bounds. We'll take that. That'll stop the clock. Now keep us in. Let's keep going. Or take us out for 2 plays and let some more time run. 44 seconds, though. Come on. Dude, we had a lineman on us. Are you kidding? But then again, we are pretty damn slow, so that makes sense that he was able to keep up with us. And thankfully we scored, but we weren't there. We weren't there at all. We didn't do a damn thing. Hit me. Bro, this team's starting to hate me, I think. Because, my goodness, man, we were wide open there. We called for it, and he still threw it to the tight end. But as long as we stay on the field, we can continue to have chances at getting receptions. If you would have hit us up the seam, just a little bullet pass to our right shoulder, we would have been there. But thankfully, we're getting closer to the end zone, and that means that we have a better chance of being able to get it. We didn't even call for the ball on that one, which is why I didn't say a damn thing until we actually caught it, but okay. Okay, that works. All right, here's what we're going to do. Oh, good, he's going to be matched up on us. Let's go. On the 13-yard line, get past him. There we go. Perfect. That's going to be a first down. I wish we would have caught it and run with it a little bit more, but instead someone's going to vulture our touchdown. Oh, but how generous. How generous of Coach to put us in for the 2-point conversion, right? There we go. And there it is. Now we're up by a full score, but come on. Keep us on the field so we can get in the end zone for real. And we're only at 54 yards right now. But at least we're winning, so at least we can be happy about something that's happening in this game. Man. Good catch for 3 yards, I guess. But, bro, can you, be a little more patient? That would be cool. 2nd and 7. We're going to go play action here. There we... Hello, Fafita. Hello. Buddy, we're over here. We're wide open. Instead, we ended up punting, and now we're back with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the last quarter. We're still up by a possession, but we're nowhere close to 100 yards, unfortunately. There we go. That'll help a little bit, though. That'll be about an extra, 15 to 20? Something like that. And we'll take that. Oh, baby, come on. Get a good release on this right here. Yes! Hello! Hello! Are you kidding me? Brother, hit me as soon as I get free. The worst part is after that, we didn't see the field. We win 21-20. But, Coach, you're getting mad at the wrong guy here. 333 with 2 touchdowns and a pick. We weren't even... Well, I guess technically we were the lead receiver in yardage. Just weren't in receptions. Carter at 8 for 71. Thankfully, we had 1 extra yard, but we didn't get that touchdown. That's rough. We knew we're bound to have one game where we weren't going to have over 100 yards and a score, but I was hoping that it was going to be against, a better team. And I just absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. A game after we got pretty much taken off the field for the majority of it, and we barely got looked at, offensive coordinator comes to us, hey, we have a tough team this week. You're a junior now. We need you to step up and make big plays. Bitch, keep me out on the field, and maybe you'll see me make good plays. Huh? Did you ever think of that? Apparently not. But what we need is a 35-plus yard reception and at least 1 receiving touchdown. Technically speaking, that should be very, very easy. We've done it in pretty much every game this season with the exception of the last one. So, can we do it against Iowa State? That is a damn good question. We're going to hope, just fucking hope that we can. They're number 12 in the nation right now. We're still number 5, which is great. But them being 5-1 is not good for us. Let's get into this weekly agenda, though. We're going to have a chance to train a little bit. That gets us an extra skill point. Get that health back up to normal. And let's actually get our leadership up to high. Maybe that actually helps a little bit. I don't know. Then again, we went up to medium from low and we got taken off the field more than we were. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily know what goes into it. All I know is we're going to go into practice and we're going to get a little bit of training in before we get into this top 25 matchup. And hopefully Coach will actually keep us on the field for a little bit. Quickly, before we do get into the game, though, again, I think if we're going to be able to raise anything, it'll probably end up being the route running, realistically. Maybe hands. The elusiveness would be nice, too, but... And honestly, we do need to up our agility, don't we? I know it's going to take too long to be able to get a quickness one. So honestly, I think that maybe elusiveness, hands, and route running are going to be the 3 that we really focus on going forward. We're 1 away from the hands and the elusiveness, so really route running should be the one that we maybe focus on next, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. What is important, though, is that we have another big matchup this week. We need to stay undefeated if we want to stay where we're at in the rankings. And again, if we want to make it to the conference championship, this is the team that we really need to beat because they are undefeated in conference this season. They're only an 82 overall, so it looks like we're slowly stepping down in overall. But these guys are having a good season. Let's go out there and let's shut them down. Well, this is our 3rd game in a row. We're going to be getting the ball back at half. So I'm happy about that. Let's go. We're going on some quick slants to start the game. Yep. Unfortunately, that is going to be incomplete. Not the way to start the game, but that's okay. You know what's a little upsetting? Is the fact that the corner that's on us is their star corner. So let's see what we can do to be better than him. Nah, I should have let us develop that a little bit more. Come on, now we're facing a 3rd and 10. Oh, all right. We're only going on a drag, so if we get this, we better be a couple steps ahead of this guy. I don't know why he's getting the ball out so quickly nowadays. On the first 4 games, he was really calm and composed. But honestly, ever since, it's been out in a second. It's like being back in Syracuse. Somehow we get the ball back in the red zone, but 2nd and 13. Let's see if we can get free on the score. That was not the right call. Yeah, we should get taken off the field for that. That's all right. I think it's just because we're trying to do too much when we're on the field because we know we're getting taken off the field. Okay, that's fine, though. We get the ball back. We're up by 4 now, I guess. I shouldn't say a score because it's not a full score. Dude, this zone is actually pretty good. Yeah, I kind of miss playing against teams that ran like a straight man, but that's okay. 2nd and 10. Going unders. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We get our first reception of the game. And it's for 9 yards. But that means that we are 1 short of the first down marker. So let's get that right here. 3rd and 1. Fafita, you are a more accurate passer than that. Because that one wasn't a matter of us not getting to the spot. It's the fact that he truly overthrew us. Oh, come on. 1st and 10 now. There we go. That's what we needed if we would have held on to the ball. Now, that one's on me because, well, I shouldn't say that. It's not on me, per se. It's on our receiver for dropping the ball. That was right in his hands. That is a reception all day, as thankfully he has a little more trust in us again as we get it back. Hopefully that'll give us a little more confidence. 2nd and 10, we need to start stat padding here. Come on. There we go. Come on, get around him. We are so slow. Holy cow. Great catch right there, though, and that's going to be another first. And here we go. Here is an opportunity to get in the end zone. Only 11 yards out. Everyone's kind of going deep here. There we go. Way to hold on to the ball, and we are in the end zone. I'm surprised. I don't know if the ball crossed the plane, but if they're going to give it to us, we'll take the touchdown. The question is, can we keep up that type of production here in the second half? We're up 8, which is great, especially since we're facing, again, another top 25 team. But we just need to continue this production right here. As, oh, get over there. I don't know where he was throwing that one. I don't know why I thought he was throwing it to us. But I guess I just didn't see our other receiver who was down there. Well, let's go. We're going on slants on this one. 2nd and 10. Yeah, nope. They had that zone pretty much covered up. That's going to be a 3rd and 4 now. Apparently, we got a deep touchdown on the next play where we weren't in. And now we're up 21-6. That's all right. Now that we have the lead, I got no problem calling for the ball. And trying to run plays that I think are going to net us the ball. Which, not there. Because we just couldn't find a pocket to really sit down in. But now we're in the 4th quarter, and it's a 3rd and 1. Where were we on the first 2 downs? That doesn't matter. What does matter is we're going to get this right here. We're going to turn it up a little bit, but we don't get much after the catch. That's fine. On the 27-yard line now, we get a little bit of breathing room, and we keep this drive going. That's the important thing. bro, you have the arm. You're one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I don't think he realized how open we were. But hey, you know what? Still same score. We got the ball back. Let's blow past this guy. Bro, can you please loft it up a little bit higher? Again, you are one of the best quarterbacks in America. How are you not playing like it? 2nd and 10. No, don't motion. Can you motion back out? Can you motion? No? Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to motion anyways. 3rd and 6 now though. That was a little rough. I need to find out how to stay on the field a little bit more. I don't know what does it. I really don't. But here we go. 2-minute warning. Nope, that's going to be pass interference. That is going to be pass interference. Nope, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move. I'm not wasting my energy. Let him waste his energy on trying to run that back. But sorry, buddy. That's going to be pass interference. Coach is going to take us out because we didn't run or anything like that. But, you know. Oh, never mind. He keeps us in. Now we get another opportunity to be able to find a way to get the ball. Let's see if we can get in the end zone at some point, too. Come on now. Thank you. I mean, he was there. I tried to hit one of the buttons to catch it, but he just continued looking the other way. That's all right. 3rd and 7 now. There we go. Screw you, buddy. I know that was probably meant for you, but no. I needed to take that. Minute 34 to go. Let's see what we can do to... You've got to be kidding me. I thought he could have... I've seen him throw it into tighter windows than that. I don't know how that guy jumped it. And now at this point, I want to get over 100 yards. We're probably not going to get in the end zone, but again, if we can at least get 100 yards, I'll be happy. There we go. That is going to be a first down. That's great. I still think we're a couple of yards short, but still. And we were 8 yards short, but Coach took us out of the game because he knew that we were just going to call for it and potentially ruin the game. But look at that. Our defense has definitely been stellar. They only held them to 6 points. And that's another, not just top 25 team, but a top 15 team. But come on, Fafita does not deserve player of the game again. Come on, he is not that great. You saw how many times he overthrew us. Granted, yes, one of the times was actually on us because we flat out dropped it. But, and you can see that one drop just glaring us right in the face right now. But, come on. 92 yards and a touchdown. We were just short. Just short of the 100-yard marker. It would have been a nice little comeback game after TCU. But still, at least we got some yards. We got in the end zone again. And we're getting close to 1,000 yards this season. And then, of course, our offensive coordinator. Oh, you didn't exactly complete the challenge. Bitch, you did not leave me on the field or even give him enough time in the pocket to throw a 35-yard pass. So you can't blame me. You can't blame me. We won. We had our touchdown. It's just the fact that he didn't hit us when we were open. That's okay, though. What matters is we won. We're still undefeated on the season and undefeated in conference, which means that we are set up for a great second half of the season. And if we actually look at our stats for these 6 weeks so far, but first we need to talk to our academic advisor before we look at the stats, we end up getting a D-, 2 Ds, and an F. So looks like it really doesn't matter how much you really study, because we still ended up getting a really terrible grade despite the fact that we're up to basic. We're still at a 3.0 though, so we'll take that. That's definitely better than nothing. But still, a little upsetting that that we didn't get better grades. What does matter though is we're at 906 in terms of yardage right now, 5 more than what we had in our freshman season, and we're only halfway through the season so far. We're already at 9 touchdowns, which means that if we continue this pace, there actually is a chance that we could be considered in the Heisman race, and that'd be really nice. And where we're looking right now, looking at the Heisman watch, we are not up there. We got 2 guys from Georgia, the quarterback and the receiver, as well as a receiver from Wisconsin. Go figure, the team that we started with in our freshman year, and then 2 quarterbacks from other top 10 teams. But again, the way that we've been playing and our stat line, I feel like there's no reason why we shouldn't be up here. We're almost at 1,000 yards in half a season. So, and even if we look at the season stats across the entire league, I can almost guarantee that we're going to be at the top, as we are. We're at the top in yardage, definitely not in touchdowns, and I can see why the guy from Wisconsin is up there now, too. He's got 15 touchdowns on the season. I don't know how the hell he did that, but however he did, he's got it. And we have 5 guys that have double-digit touchdowns so far. That is insane. But obviously, we are the yardage leader, and by a good margin, too. Over 100 yards. So we got to keep that up, but we definitely need to find the end zone just a little bit more. So we'll work on that. Again, we got to find a way to stay on the field a little bit longer, and hopefully after we upgrade with the skill points that we'll get in the next time, then hopefully we'll actually be able to stay on the field a little bit longer, and that's what's going to make a bit of a difference. Again, we'll find out next time and in the second half of the season, but for now, we should be happy that we're undefeated, and the fact that we have already surpassed our yardage total and touchdown totals of our freshman season, I think I'm pretty damn proud.